there.
So whatever that cost is, plus the cost of the material for the back will be what that number is.
Okay.
And we'll know that before you get to capital, I hope.
Okay.
Any other questions for the library?
Yes, you mentioned that you were tracking patrons coming in during the weekend, Friday evening, Saturday morning. Do you do that for Monday through Wednesday nights when you're open until 9?
We haven't, we could. Our visit estimates are based, we do several days a year and then different times of the year and then multiply that out. We don't have a counter. As I understand, it might be difficult. Some libraries have counters, but it's difficult because of our architecture to install that. It doesn't work as well, so we estimate. But because we think that there's a need to open another hour sometime on Friday or Saturday, we have started counting physically as people come in and out since December.
Right. I'm just wondering if it's slower during other periods, do we constantly need to add an hour to the operating hours? Or if there's times when there's a lull, maybe we could cut back and save an hour on Monday evening, say when back to 8 instead of 9?
It's a possibility. We have discussed that, and that may work. The staffing gets a little tricky because our full-time staff, it's not as simple as taking an hour and moving it here. It could happen. We'd have to look at that a little bit more closely. What tends to happen during the weekdays, though, when we're open in the evening, is we'll be very busy in the morning with seniors. We get a lull in the early afternoon. We get very busy with school kids after school. We get a lull around dinner time, and then we get very busy again in the evening, so it's an up and down throughout the day. So we'd have to look really closely at what hour that would work, and obviously it have to be the last hour. We can't close in the middle of the day.
Right.
But it's an up and down throughout the day, but there are certain cycles that we look at. We did notice that, again, Saturday mornings can be very busy. We'll have a line of people waiting to get in.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Any other questions for the library? Thank you. Then we will move on to town engineer, and that is 105.
What I did there,
Mr. Formica.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I messed up with
That looks better.
at least, it takes care of the guy on the screen who has a perfect face for
Right.
radio.
It's like
Not
the
sure what
Wizard,
I pushed.
it's like the
Bill,
Wizard
are
of
you
Oz
there?
now.
I don't know.
Here's the
just
town
hit one of
engineer
these
now.
buttons and that came up. Home menu, so if I hit home, that keeps going. It's not coming off. Any clue?
We offered to operate the camera up here, Steve.